Hello, welcome to Car Mechanic Simulator 2014. It's the 4x4 DLC. Last time I actually got to deal with the 4x4 car, look, woo! And we were fixing up parts of the engine. This, if you watched the video, didn't go very well, and I ended up having fixed everything with the job not finishing, and had to restart it in the end. Anyway, that got done. Let's pretend it never happened, and move on, see who's next to the door. Alright, here we go, another 4x4. Okay, let's keep it short. My car doesn't brake, is low on power and makes noises on bumps. I leave it in your good hands. Ah, well I've got my bad hands on today, so that's going to be okay. What with this being a 4x4 thing? Yeah, so what was it, suspension is it? No, replace all worn out parts. Kept it short, car doesn't brake, low on power, makes noises on bumps, so just a little bit of everything. Okay, so let's start with looking at the brakes. In we go. De-bolt here. I've probably got enough money for some more upgrades now, actually, as well. Oh, well, no offence, but these brakes look alright. When you say it doesn't brake, have you been using the right pedal? You do sometimes wonder how mechanics manage to not just snort. I suppose the idea is you can take the person's money, so if they say that they've got a problem. Alright, well, it's not there. Ah, there's a problem. There's a suspension problem there that I can see. Even my eyes can spot. Alright, instead of going around pressing bloody examiner and everything, let's put the wheel back on and stick it on the... let's get into assemble mode. I'll put the brake caliper back on too. Yeah, that one please. And let's stick it on the rolling road and maybe even take it for a test drive. I wish I'd kind of come around to that before. I didn't really understand the point, but now I realise that it shows you the part condition on more parts once you've done that. Alright, not so interesting to watch, I'm afraid. Unlucky. You can enjoy the fact that when I click on something, my mouse cursor is miles over on the other side of the screen. I love that sort of setup. Do-do-do-do. Wait for it to say put your brake. Yeah, there we go. Don't brake too early or it won't do anything. There you go, back wheels onto brake tester. Feels like it takes too long when you do that. It's like the car's suddenly got 14 feet long. Oh my word. Okay, the rear brakes don't look very healthy. So I suppose that would have told me I wouldn't need to take off the front wheels, look at the brakes on that side I guess. Although I still probably need to take the wheel off, look at the suspension. I'm not so sure about that. I think it's just that I've always actually had the wheels off anyway when I look at the suspension. I don't know if you can actually just look at the suspension. I don't see why not. Unless you need to get the axle. Thaxle. Alright, so that's told us some stuff. So for instance, we're probably fairly sure now that the rear brakes, I mean crikey, I can even see now looking through the wheel here that the brake disc is the colour of poo. Or, oh my god, it looks shit. I suppose you could just go ahead and say. Now the caliper looks a little bit nasty here. The brake pads look alright. Slightly bizarre that you'd have decent brake pads on an effectively screwed disc. How queer this thing. Alright, so let's have a look at the brakes on to the side. Yeah, they don't look healthy. Alright. I see the suspension's on this, really nasty on this side too. Alright, let's have those off. These are these disc clips right now. So, again, this is another no-no that as far as I'm aware, is that A, you wouldn't change the pads and not the disc, and you wouldn't change the pads or disc on one side and not the other side. You want them to be the same, obviously. Alright, so that needs to come off. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, I've got the back wheels off anyway. Now the front wheel's on. I mean, the suspension on that side needs a fix. That's the left. You can't really say near or offside. We don't know which side you drive on. Alright, let's have that brown monstrosity off. Oops. Oh, don't tell me to take the exhaust off. Look, it'll just... Oh, I can reach from here though with my super long extension on my bolter. Oh, yeah. Alright. now we can unbolt this. Okay, now the spring looks a bit knackered, and also the suspension, which is called shock absorber. Okay, so let's have all that off. Let's have a quick check on the other side. Let's check the bushings. Bushing looks fine. I wish I wouldn't call them bushings now. I've got used to calling them bushings. They're called bushes. Oh, these replaces. These replaces. Because all the talking is occurring correctly. Okay, that looks fine. Alright. So that's the rear, the front. Oh, hang on a minute. Your cat looks knackered as well. Was that on the job list? I don't think so. So there's the bush on that side. How about the bush here? The bush looks pretty dead too. Alright, and the suspension arm. What do we need to take off for this? Alright, just unbolt it. And everything else over here looks okay-ish. Yeah, it's all green. All green. Awesome. Alright. So. Oh dear. There we go. Right, so I need various parts. Well, I need 3 bushes. So the only thing I remember offhand. Alright, we've got 14 grand as well, so we'll see how much we've got left after we spend. I'm looking for bushings, rubber bushings of course. There we go. 1, 2, 3. And we should check the vice to make sure that I think we can fix the suspension arms. Oops. Uh-oh, got wedged behind me with doohickeys. Alright, vice. Oh, we can fix the brake caliper too. Yes please. Yes please. Yes please. No thank you, but yes please. We also needed some brake pads and a couple of brake discs. How many of those things did we need? Don't think we need an air filter. I keep meaning to just sell this stuff after we've finished recording, but I always forget. Oh, there's an old cat, I don't need that. I don't need these spark plugs. Oh dear. Okay, so I need, let's have a look here, 1, 2, oh, just 2 brake pads, okay, but 2 brake discs, so 2 brake pads, 2 brake discs. It's a little bit weird, but there we go. So 2 brake pads, or discs even, and 2 brake pads. Alright, let's see how much we can put back on before we need more bits. So first things first, we're going to put the suspension arm back on. Oh, it needs to be in assemble mode, that's the first thing, because then it'll tell us where to click. Yes, click there, and bolty bolt here. Bolty bolt here. Captain Bush. Everyone loves a good bush. Yep, you heard me. And we need, I think did I take the bushing out on this side as well? I think I did, yeah. It's hard to tell sometimes because the highlighting, sometimes it's hard to tell whether the piece is there or not already. Oops, that was the front. So I wonder if I should change the cat as well. I mean, it wasn't part of the job. Oh, I need a spring. I don't suppose I've got a decent rear spring, no. Rear suspension spring. So that will be suspension spring rear. Alright. Yep, lovely jubbly. Oops, get stuck behind the coffee tables and stuff again. It's an old trick of mine. Right. Okay. Oh, and the shock absorbers. So just one for the rear, one for the front. Alright. Yeah. Shock absorber, rear and front. Shock absorber, rear, front. Slightly more expensive for the front, because of the steering involved. And an thing. Oh, I need to. Do I need to put that on first? Oh, camera. Lovely camera. Oh, there it is. Just that. Highlighted there. Wait, there we go. And highlight it again. Awesome. Front bolt hole. Okay, awesome. And then suspension arm. Bolt there. little bit annoyed about this. I wonder if I can examine it. No, not in this mode. Whoop whoop. Well, it is knackered, so I guess that says I should take it off. I don't know if I can take it off from here because I've clicked on the front. Oh no, I'm okay. I just have to use my super long extendy bolt cutters. No, not cutters. What am I talking about? Doing and talking. Ah dear, it's quite tricky. So it's my bolt undoers. That's their official name, isn't it? That's what the mechanics. That's what you hear all the mechanics saying. Yeah, pass us the bolt undoers, Jack. All right, Mick. Yeah, Jack and Mick. All right. Okay, so there's the cat off. We'll carry on with our suspension replacing whilst we're here. If I can see it in the distance. Get out of the way, you. Let me click on something over there so it transports me. No, it's not working. Oops. Maybe we can move along the drive shaft. No. Oh, we can move along the exhaust. Hey, there we go, we got there. Right, so, suspension arm. Is it just not on that side? Oh, maybe I didn't need one. Spring. I'm going mad. I'm fairly sure there's some suspension required on the front. I'm in assemble mode, aren't I? Yeah. Wow, okay. That's confuzzled me. Alright, onwards. Let's get a new cat. That's going to be a pricey job. Whoop. I guess it's the power issue though. Oh crap, is it a V6? I haven't even looked at the engine yet. Probably. Oh, it is a V6, isn't it though, because it's the Spectre. Let's just double check. So, shock absorber rear. No, I don't have a shock absorber front, to be fair. Oh, I bought myself another piece that I didn't need. That's awesome. Okay, yeah, it's V6. That's suspected. V6, because they're a bit pricey to buy a long piece. Yes, alright, so here we are. Click, and then replace. Okay, have a nice new one, please. And, oh! There we go. A super telekinetic bolt drive. Driving it through things you can't even see or feel. There we go, come on. Oh, teasing it in. No, we've lost the hotspot. The hotspot disappeared. There we go. It's weird how some stuff is remarkably unfazed about where you are, and some stuff seems to matter very much where you are when you're trying to bolt stuff in. Oh, there we go. Yeah, ready. Alright, let's put these bad boys back on. I guess I've done everything I need to back here. Alright, yes, just about reached that. My long extender. Everything sounds rude when your mind's in the gutter. Let me not even start talking about muffs. Okay, now I still feel like I've got some suspension work to do at the front, which oh dear, this is how you should do one bit of job at a time. Oh, I'm at the front. I don't even know where I am. Which is why you should do one thing at a time, because otherwise it's a little bit confusing. So I don't even see shock absorbers at the front here. Maybe that's the point. Maybe that's why I definitely don't need one. Anyway, I've done the bushing at the front, so failing finding out anything else I need to do, I need to replace the brakes. Come on, there we go, operate the lift. Let's get these brake discs, etc. back on. Nice and shiny new. Brake pad number 1. Brake pad number 2. Oh yeah, and the caliper. Alright. Sounds like some weird French starter, doesn't it? Please pass me the caliper. Anyway. Alright, that's that side done. And then a bit more brake loving on here. Brake pads. Alright. Okay, so that's this side done. Just pop the wheel back on. Yeah. Alright, no more parts to assemble, perhaps? Nope, I forgot to put something back on. That fills you with glee, doesn't it? Okay, so I've got a bushing possibly that I've forgotten to put back on, which may or may not be the problem. The catalytic converter might have been the power issue. Of course, it doesn't have them listed separately, so I can't see if I've ticked them off. It's ticked me off. Ha 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 ha. Oh, there it is. What bushing. Alright, no more parts to assemble. Woohoo! Let's check to see if it's done. Job is done. So let's bring it down. Let's give it a quick wipe to get rid of all those nice little greasy handprints. And there. Job done. Beautiful. Looks very nice. Shame it's not a 4x4, but whatever. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. I won't actually see... yeah, you know what I mean. Bye.